Aloha everyone, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with a pick a card reading for messages from your higher self for right now. So we have three groups today, three different tarot packs. So pile 1 is on the left with the Light Seers Tarot, pile 2 is in the middle with the Spirit Song Tarot, and pile 3 is on the right with the Naked Heart Tarot. So take your time, choose your pile. If you need to pause the video, please do so. And I will meet you in your reading. And please stay around for the intro right now. Aloha everyone, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with a really fun pick a card reading for what messages does your higher self have for you for right now. And then, excuse me, before we get started all the way here, I wanted to do a segment up front before we do the pick a card parts of just what is your higher self, how do you connect to it, and move on from there. So first things first, our higher self is a portion of ourself that is still in spirit. So we have a body, or in certain yogic disciplines it's called an avatar. Okay, so our body is the avatar, but we are not the body. It's the machine that we get to live out life in the 3D, but our consciousness is so much more, right? So only part of us is physically encapsulated in the body. So the higher self is a higher chakra, which we'll call the soul star chakra. Okay, so information from the higher self is coming down through that. That's also where the Aumakua, the ancestors, they filter through the soul star chakra. They also filter through your heart. Okay, I have brought my higher self into my heart space so that I can embody more fully. But this is through a connection process, okay? So the higher self is connected with source or God, whatever your name for all that is and that knows everything, okay? Your higher self would also be considered a version of, it's a mix. There's different functions of the higher self. So we have the inner child, so the Unihipili in the Hawaiian system. Okay, and the higher self is also connected to the Aumakua. All right, so the conversation goes from all that is, what you would think as the ancient, all-knowing, the elders. Okay, the elders speak directly to your Unihipili, which is in your kind of stomach area, which is your inner child. Okay, so that's the connection of the sub and unconscious mind that then gets translated to our conscious mind. So our higher self could be considered the sub or unconscious, that which is connected to all that is. Now, ways to get in contact with that part of yourself. So typically, when it's translated through the brain, the higher self speaks to the inner child, like I said. So in the Hawaiian system, we have three parts of self, okay? We have Uhane, which is your conscious mind. Uhane basically is the who you think that you are and who you think's running the show, but they're actually not running the show. Okay, and then we have Aumakua, which includes your ancestors, spirit guides, higher self, all that is. It's the thing that's connected to source. It's the access point to source. So that's Aumakua. And then in the tummy area, we have Unihipili, which is the inner child. So Aumakua does not speak directly to Uhane. Aumakua speaks directly to Unihipili, and Unihipili translates it to Uhane. But remember, it's inner child, never more than 2 years old. And so this is translated through signs, symbols, and pictures, okay? So those signs could be numbers, they could be spirit animals, they could translate as vibration or sound. You may hear music that's giving you signals. This would be what was considered synchronicity. The the Unihipili will translate what your subconscious mind, what your higher self is trying to get you to understand through the process of synchronicity, through the process of signs, symbols, and pictures. Now, other ways that you can consciously connect with your higher self. First off, our physical brains really like ritual, okay? It creates a neural pathway into the brain. So if you have the intention to connect with your higher self and you're saying, I'm connecting now with my higher self, ways to do this is through meditation. So quieting the mind, there's many different types of meditation. So you can do sit and listen to the air conditioner. You can do let the thoughts go onto lily pads. So that's taking it to where you go to no thought. There's also, I was trained in the Silva method through, excuse me, I got a scratch here. Through my NLP training, they have a course called Diamonds in Your Mind. And this is a way of meditation that started with the Silva method and then has been added to. And this is a meditation that's a moving meditation in your mind. You learn how to regulate your body. You learn how to regulate your temperatures. You learn how to regulate your solve problems. So you can go into a workshop and solve problems. You learn how to do self-anesthesia to numb pain. And heal yourself. So there's really beautiful ways of meditation where you can access your higher self through working inside your brain. So there's all different forms of meditation. I also crochet, so I find that to be a beautiful way to relax the mind, to listen to the messages of higher self and source. Being in nature, taking time with the trees, being surrounded in nature, taking a saltwater swim in the ocean, or even if you take a saltwater bath, this relaxes and cleanses your system in order for you to listen to your higher self and source. I also like to read runes, so I pick a rune every day. And what is beautiful is that your subconscious mind, your higher self goes, oh, they are intentionally connecting to me now, so I can send more signs. So you will notice as you start to connect with your higher self and source, that you can then move forward, and you will get more signs and synchronicities because you're paying attention, because you're creating that rut in the brain. Another way that I like to connect with my higher self is through writing. So what I'll do is kind of go into a meditative state, and then I will write from the perspective of my higher self. Or at times I will look at different gods, goddesses, or other influential beings, like sometimes I channel as Pele, okay, but that's an aspect of myself that is Pele, right? Sometimes I'll channel the Arcturians, you know, my starseed roots. That's still connecting with my higher self in order to connect with those beings, okay? And so that's a function of the higher self and being able to come in together. So sometimes they call this, what do they call that? When you, somebody let me know, where you just kind of do the writing, but you're not really paying attention to what it is. You just let it flow. I forget what that's called, but it's basically you go into a meditative state and you just start writing. And that's a way to connect with your higher self and source. Also art, painting, anything creative and play will help you to connect with your higher self and source. And so you can ask questions, ask your higher self what their name is so that you start to have a personal bond, and ask your higher self to introduce you to your guides, ask your higher self to, so you basically have your own, you have your own guide and source that is you, that you have access to at all times, okay? And so now is an opportunity to start to receive those messages for yourself to be sovereign in your coming together. So as I'm saying this, a beautiful white bird just flew towards my window. Okay, it's one of those cute little herons, and so maybe look up heron symbolism. After this, I'll look that up because it showed up. Okay, so we're talking about the higher self, we're talking about connection to source, and in comes this bird. So this is the ways that we connect. And the more that you connect with your higher self, other gifts, because you start to be able to read vibration and translate it. You start to be able to read metaphor and translate it. And so your higher self will speak to you more clearly. Now, I do want to be clear that there's different ways that those inputs come into the brain. So for instance, for years, I thought that I did not have intuition or psychic ability because all I'd ever heard of was clairvoyant, which is that inner sight. And yes, of course, I can visualize things, but that's not my number one channel inside. Outside, I'm a visual primary, so I access information visually outside, but internal channels I access through clairaudience, so clear hearing. I also have claircognizance, which is just inner knowing, so I just know. It's a straight on connection. And then clairsentience, so I feel things in my body. And so I didn't know what to do with those inputs because all I'd been taught when I was first waking up way back when I didn't know. So for those of you whose inputs aren't coming in visually, look at you have many senses. Okay, so look at the other senses, feel into the other senses, hear, open up to know, because your inputs may be coming in a different form than what you think should be connection to spirit or psychic. We all are psychic, by the way. We all have pineal glands. We'll do a video on that at a different time. But I just wanted to let you guys know that sometimes your inputs come in differently. And so if I can spare you years of doubting yourself, because I doubted myself for years, when my full-on life path number is a 7, which is the seer of truth. I am here to be a psychic. I'm here to be a spiritual guide. Okay, that is my job in this incarnation. But I doubted it for so long because I just didn't have the information. So I didn't know what those inputs meant. Okay, so you're basically working out a system and a language with your higher self so that you can interpret more clearly all of the messages. Okay, and it gets easier through time, and it becomes so natural that it is almost like you're thinking your own thoughts. Okay, even when I do mediumship reads, it often feels like I am thinking my own thoughts. So like my higher self will move me out of the way for a moment and allow the other person to come in. And I don't always feel everything. Often I do. But the inputs come in as like vibrational translation, and it's gotten cleaner over the years so that it just channels forth. So look into how you're getting your signals and allow yourself, you can ask your higher self, please make the signals stronger and clearer so that I'm clear that we're connecting. Okay, you're always connected with your higher self, but this is consciously connecting. Okay, so that's what I have for you for right now. Hopefully those are some practical exercises that you can do, and then we're going to get into the pick a card. So for those of you that are new to what is a higher self, or you're just curious about connecting, hopefully this has helped you. It was just on my heart to give a little bit of an explanation and some tools for you guys so that you can start connecting. It's going to make your intuition so much better. Remember, tarot is just a guidepost. It's a snapshot of energy in the moment. So this will help you to follow the energy and to change it and direct it as you would like, because you're connecting with that higher self. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get on into pile 1, and I will see you in that video if that's your chosen pile. Okay, so many blessings to you guys, and I'll see you soon in your reading. All right, aloha. Aloha pile 1. This is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your pick a card reading for what does your higher self, what advice does your higher self, or what messages does your higher self have for you for right now. Okay, so we're connecting with that part of yourself that is connected to source, to God, to the Amakua, to all that is. So very exciting. I woke up today with that on my heart, so this is the one that we are going to do. All right, you guys chose the Light Seers Tarot. And before we get started, I want to say thank you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for hitting that bell button. So grateful. Thank you to those of you who have done donations or tips. I'm very appreciative. I have had some requests of people wanting to send me tarot cards or snail mail. So I have added my P.O. box underneath, so you are welcome to send me a message, or if you have tarot cards that you'd like to see me use on the channel, or you are have your own that you've brought out that you'd like me to highlight, I would love to do that for you. So let me know. Go ahead and send that. And then I do have private readings available. That's in the description box below. I do have the private recorded video readings where I record it for you. I'll get it to you within 72 hours. That's a cost-effective way for you to get in touch with me, and it's also time effective if we're in very different time zones. So I've found people have enjoyed those readings. So that Etsy link will be underneath. And if you'd like a Zoom session with me, or a phone call session with me, those information will be underneath as well. I may put that on Etsy just to make it more fluid and easier to book. Okay, but I'm working with that, you guys, so please bear with me. And then what else? Oh, and these earrings are on Etsy too. So I've been making some energy jewelry, so you're welcome to look at the shop if you are in need of some energy jewelry or talismans that are going to help you through. And I do have a contest, free to enter, free to win, every month for a 30-minute session with me personally. I will let you know at the end of the video how to enter that drawing, as some are here for the messages and not for the drawing. Okay, enough of announcements. All right, you guys chose the Light Seers Tarot. I feel like this group, they're wanting me to use the Beyond Lemuria for your oracle card to start off the reading. So I feel like this group, that's a lot of them, are going through like a spiritual awakening. This group, I feel like you are higher lights or light workers, since you chose the Light Seers Tarot. And so there's a lot of beautiful changes that are happening for you right now. Okay, so I did a pick a card recently. I can't remember which one it was on. But you may have watched this and chosen that group, because these are the same cards that flew out, and I just shuffled those well. So we have Harmonic Flight. Okay, we have Crown Chakra. And we have Vulnerability. So for this group, I feel like, first off, you are opening your crown chakra. So the energy was already pouring in that you are in this spiritual update right now. And I feel like you're updating on all levels. We have the unlimited self. So at the beginning of this, this read, I actually did the portion that talks about the higher self and ways to connect with it. So if you didn't get a chance to watch that, if you went straight to the timestamps, it might be useful for you, because you're opening new ways to connect to the higher realms. Some of you may have been going through, your higher self is telling me that you've been going through some ascension symptoms. Now, I'm not a doctor, of course. Get something checked out if you feel like it's wrong or hurting you or what have you. But ascension symptoms often are, this could be dizziness, this could be migraines out of nowhere, this could be feeling like you have the flu or COVID, you go to the doctor and there's nothing there. there's muscle aches and pains. There's fatigue, or on the other side of it, really manic burst of energy. Ringing in the ears is often common. Vertigo is often common, so that dizziness happening. So you also, dreams become more vivid often. What else are they saying? They're having me touch my jaw, so like some of you may have had some jaw or teeth things, because it's like you have more electricity running through your body, so it's almost like you're bearing down or grinding in your sleep. Okay, so what they're saying is, of course, get things checked if you think that you have a physical ailment, but once that's ruled out, this is your ascension symptom. They're saying that your DNA is quickly escalating and moving and activating, okay? And this is causing you to be extremely more intuitive and sensitive than usual. This is a card 9, which is an opener, okay? Now, what you're opening to, we have harmonic flight. So many of you with this group, I feel like you have a divine counterpart that you either have met with harmonic flight. That would suggest to me that you have met them, that you're moving into union and you're moving into that flight together. For some of you, you are just going to meet your divine counterpart. Now, I want to reiterate that this does not have to be romantic, okay? So your divine counterpart, some people call them twin flames. They are often romantic, but the twin flame journey has also been romanticized, okay? So this could also be a parent and child relationship. This could be a friendship relationship, okay? So take it how it resonates for you specifically. But you guys are about to come into harmony, okay? It does feel like there is a vulnerability that's opening up. Now, for those of you that it is romantic, I feel like you're moving into a position of being willing to be vulnerable, to be willing to open yourself up. We have dragon and dragonfly here, okay? And dragonfly takes you through the illusion into the other world. They take you on a great spiritual journey, so they open it up. And dragonfly used to be dragon and was tricked into becoming dragonfly, okay, in Native American legend. And what happened was, what was supposed to be a trick that would debilitate dragonfly, it actually gave them more range. So now they are over the elements of water and air, okay? And so they are able to take you through your emotions, but they're also able to take you through your mind and your spiritual journey. So because their size changed and their ability to fly, and if you ever look up dragonfly wings, they are incredible. They defy rules of flight. Each wing can do its own thing. And so they're incredible flyers. And so this is you learning to fly, to be vulnerable. And I feel like for some of you, you've had some situations, your higher self is saying that you have been put into a vulnerable position and you feel like you may have been minimized, okay? But actually you were rearranged and life rearranged appropriately recently, so that you can traverse both worlds. It's going to make it easier for you in the long term. So what they're saying is, if you've lost any friendships, or if you've lost a lover, or if you've lost, if it's a financial something, or if you feel like you've lost your connection with source, that's very, very temporary. You're just being transformed. And you're being transformed in such a way that makes it so that you can be in the strength of vulnerability. Those who are transparent and vulnerable and kind are some of the strongest people that there are, because there's no walls up, okay? And that then becomes the boundary, because it's just a beautiful, glowing, sacred light. There's no need to defend, so there's not excess energy being wasted trying to defend yourself with others. So I feel like for many of you, people that you would have to brace against, or that you felt like your energy was constantly uncomfortable, you didn't feel like you could be vulnerable, or you had untrustworthy people around, those are releasing so that you can move into this harmonic flight. And for many of you, it is with a romantic partner. They are giving me that. But that's not going to be for all, okay? So let's get into your tarot and look a little further. All right, just starting off, as I'm cutting the deck to shuffle, we have the Magician and the Sun, okay? Things are about to get really good for you. So this is what your higher self is saying. Focus on your highest dream, your spiritual endeavors. Focus on yourself at this time. Focus on, don't do anything you don't want to do, essentially, is what they're saying. Be vulnerable with the people that are trustworthy, that you feel like you can open up to, all right? Get you some folks around you who can help you through this spiritual opening. And be vulnerable with spirit. Say what you really want, okay? Your higher self is saying that you've been holding back some of really expressing your desires. You think it, but you don't always express it. Even to your higher self, though your higher self knows energetically the vibration goes through, they hold your intention and in a whole new reality. Like, they absolutely are there experiencing what you've asked for. But it's almost like there's been this timidness to say what you really want. And your higher self and spirit team is saying, be vulnerable, even with yourself. Say what you really want. Dream that big dream, because you're opening to it. All right, let's get some tarot, go a little bit deeper on these energies. All right, we have 10 of Cups, 6 of Wands, Queen of Wands. Okay, 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, and the Chariot. Okay. All right, they want me to do these energies first. All right, so we have 4 of Pentacles. All right, 7 of Swords and the Chariot. So I feel like for a while, you and your higher self is saying that recently you had to release someone, or you stepped away from someone or something. This could be a job, but it feels like a someone to me. The vibration I'm getting is that you separated either from a friendship or a love relationship where someone was doing something sneaky behind the scenes. Something didn't feel right. You could feel it in your gut that something just didn't feel right. So you pulled back your energy to observe, and you separated yourself from that energy. And by so doing, what Spirit's saying is you have incoming victory. The Chariot is the card of Cancer, and it is fast movement forward. It's you taking the reins of your own life. And so what Spirit is saying in this particular reading is that they are so proud of you. Your higher self is saying, great job. You took control of your life. You made a decision to separate yourself from anything that felt shady, anything that felt just uncomfortable to your spirit, or felt draining to your energy and to your spirit. Like there was somebody that was coming in like a thief in the night, and I feel like they were posing as a lover or a good friend. They were posing as someone that you felt like you could be vulnerable with, but they were not trustworthy, okay? So they were, in this energy, they were showing up in a very deceitful way, okay? But you separated yourself from it, and because of that, you are moving forward at lightning pace. And you know what you're moving forward into? Y'all, we have 10 of Cups. You're moving into the happiness of your dream, and how you're doing it and your heart, okay? How you're doing it is through your crown chakra. You are absolutely connecting with your higher self, and you are going to have your dreams. With this harmonic flight, one of the dreams that I feel most strongly is union with your divine partner or your soulmate partner, okay? For those of you that already have that, This is recognition. This is coming into harmony with, you know, still a divine counterpart. So this could be you looking at you, your divine masculine and feminine coming together and recognizing and lifting spiritually. Okay, for some of you, it doesn't have to do with love. It has to do with loving yourself. But for a lot of you, it feels like you're coming into actual union. You're being recognized. 2 cards of victory here. Quick victory. And this is recognition. For some of you too, with this harmonic flight, you also may be opening yourself up to the public eye and getting a lot of praise and recognition. So some of you may be public figures or have like a YouTube like I do, and it may be growing exponentially at this time because you are growing in your spirit. With this vulnerability, you moving into the space of being vulnerable, and this doesn't mean dumping your problems on everybody. That is not vulnerable. That is just being... This is also not telling everybody your business, right? This, like, some people say they're being vulnerable when really they're just kind of, excuse my French, shitting all over the other person energetically, okay? That's not what this energy is, but it came up for me to say that because it's like some of you are like, well, I don't really, you associate vulnerable with like telling about your problems. But no, this is vulnerable in a very inspiring way. This is vulnerable in a way that you stand in your power. You don't really, this group, you're not in a habit of speaking about your problems that much, right? You handle it, but when people are asked, like, you're vulnerable with what happened in your past. Neutral in the energy, okay? So it's kind of like what they're showing me when I share on my videos, just my past with my experience with my mother or miscarriage or other things that are personal, but it's neutral in the energy and it gives someone else hope to move forward if they're experiencing that. So with this group, you guys are spiritually evolved. So many of you are healers. So you may be like your higher self saying that your vulnerability is your beautiful light. Like it's softening the edges. So you don't have a need to defend yourself. If you need to talk about things that are maybe harder, you're not carrying it anymore in your body. And they're very proud of you. And because of that, you are extremely attractive. Queen of Wands, doesn't matter if this is not male or female energy. This is just divine feminine, receptive, magnetic energy. Queen of Wands is passionate. Queen of Wands says, I got my little black cat here, and even if you don't like him, I like him. You know, like, I am beautiful. I am wonderful. You're wonderful. You know, like the Queen of Wands is beautifully magnetic and confident and like that fiery, gorgeous energy that opens, that makes them so magnetic. You are being so magnetic because you've learned to be vulnerable and shine your light. Okay? And in so doing, you're getting rewarded. So what your higher self is letting you know is that the harder times are past you. The time of union, recognition, and victory is coming in the very near future. This feels like in the next 30 days. It's like your life is going to do, you've already made a good life for yourself, but I feel like it's been a little challenging with some decisions that you've had to make in the last a few months, okay? Even up to like a year or so. And so what they're showing is there's an opening that's happening because you're letting go of all of the energy that would drain you. And now in comes all of the energy that's going to replenish you so that you can replenish others. You are going through a beautiful spiritual awakening. I'm going to get a Shaman Stream Oracle to close out your reading. I love this, you guys. And this does feel like for those of you that have divine counterparts, you've let go of the clinging. You've let go of associating with anyone that's like sneaking around or separating from you. You say, you know what, you made the decision that you choose you, and then in comes all of this love and union, okay? You've let go of the outcome, and therefore you're going to get your blessing. All right, and let's get this Shaman Stream Oracle, this one. Perfect. We have Vanishing Mirror. ego sublimination. All right, so you have been releasing the negative sides of ego. And because of that, you're going to be getting into really beautiful outcomes. I feel like many of you are letting go of the parts of the ego that would identify with more negative outcomes, or the hard times of the past, any kind of deceit. This group, the word that they're giving is integrity. So you are fully coming into your integrity. You're fully coming into your sovereignty, and therefore you can be in higher level unions with the love and with what you are looking for. So your higher self is saying you are doing a great job. The next 30 days are going to be very transformational for you. So keep letting, it feels a little bit rough because some of these separations have been hard for you to do because this is a very caring group. But it feels like by choosing you have stepped up your spiritual walk multifold. So even though this last kind of separations that have happened, releasing some of those friendships and loved ones and thought patterns that would be ego protective but draining on your energy, you've actually opened a door to lots and lots of blessings. So be ready, because you're about to have many, many blessings moving forward, okay? I'm going to leave that there. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. If you would like to enter the contest, here's how you do it. It's free to enter, free to win. So you like and share this video in the comment section below. Let's see. Be a subscriber, so subscribe, subscribe and hit the bell button, like and share this video. And in the comment section below, I receive my dreams. And I will do that drawing on July 1st and announce the winner, and hopefully it is you. So until next time, aloha. Aloha Pile 2, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your pick a card reading for what messages does your higher self have for you for right now. Now at the beginning of the video I did do a segment on connecting with your higher self, so if you didn't watch that part and you would like to know how to connect, that is where that is, okay? Timestamps are below. I want to say thank you first and foremost. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for hitting that bell button. All those things help my channel to grow and expand, as well as thank you for donations and tips. I have added on, I've had some requests for people who would like to send tarot cards or like snail mail messages. So I did put my P.O. box underneath. So you guys are welcome to send me a card or mail or whatever. I'm not really sure what all people are requesting, but there's the information there. And then as well as thank you for those who comment. And then I do have a contest going on, free to enter, free to win, for every month for a 30-minute session with me personally. I'll let you know at the end how to enter that, as some are here for the messages and not for the contest. As well as I do have private readings opened up. The Etsy link is below if you would like a private recorded reading. There are also ability to do a phone reading with me or Zoom session as well. Okay, so enough of the announcements. Let's get into it. All right, pile 2. Messages from your higher self. So you chose, what is this called? The Spirit Song Tarot. Okay, so already this group is connecting with your higher self, and this is a spirit animal deck. Okay, so you may be connecting and seeing symbols from your spirit animals. Okay, so we're going to look into that. First off, we're going to get a Beyond Lemuria card to see what energy your higher self, what you're working on at this time. Beautiful. This group has the high heart chakra, which is ecstatic bliss. So group 2, if you picked group 2, you are moving into your higher heart, we have a 6 here. So 6 is the number of love. It is the number of harmony. It's the number of universal love. And if you're watching this, this was recorded in 2022. So we are in a 6th year. So this particular year is really bringing you into your high heart chakra. So you're learning to be in ecstatic bliss with yourself first. And then we have the hummingbirds here. The hummingbirds represent joy. They represent being in joy and ecstasy, and they are coming together here. So this is really beautiful. I feel like first and foremost, you're learning how to come together with yourself, to be happy with yourself, to be blissful in your own relations. The other thing they're showing me with your higher self is like meditation. If you're not already meditating, it's going to be really useful to you. And for others who are meditating, you are really going to some higher levels at this time in your meditation. So what they're saying is that those places and the people that you have met, they're real, okay? They may not be real in the 3D, but they're real dimensionally elsewhere. So you are accessing larger layers of consciousness, and you're truly moving into this high heart energy. It's very soft, it's very loving, it's very light. I'm liking this. I feel like this is a great change for you guys. Yes, gosh. All right, so we're gonna look at the tarot and go a little further here. Beautiful. So you have a brand new cycle that's opening, and let's see what that cycle is about. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is beautiful. Okay, let's do, they said 2 more. So as we are getting this, I don't want to say anything yet. Hold on. Whoa. Holy jamoli. Okay. Pile 2, you are on a beautiful path. Your fortunes are about to change amazingly. We have the wheel. So octopus, you may have been seeing octopus lately. Excuse me. So with the animals that are shown here today, I do recommend looking them up. So if you have a pen and paper or your phone handy where you can write a list, I would say looking up these animals will give you a more in-depth read of what your higher self is saying. So we have the wheel. You have reached a point where you have accessed your high heart chakra. And so the wheel is changing. This is the wheel of fortune. It's changing in your favor. You guys, you got 3 aces in this read, okay? If you have triple aces in a card game, you're going to win that hand, all right? More than likely. It is pretty well set, and this is gorgeous, all right? So we have, I'm going to show you the aces. We have Ace of Acorns, which is the Ace of Wands. It says creative force and confidence. So the ram, look up the ram, okay? So there is brand new beginnings. Across the board, you are coming into new beginnings. You may feel, it may be such a change that you feel like a completely different person, okay? Because it's like, as I'm looking out at the ocean right now, I'm seeing like the storm clouds, and then there's this like bright light on reflecting off the water, okay? So you are absolutely moving into a brand new cycle, okay, of your choosing. We have Ace of Crystals, which is the Ace of Pentacles with the panda. This is Ace of Pentacles, so it's manifestation and prosperity, okay? The Ace of Pentacles also has to do with a desire for money, so a new beginning in money and love, okay? So I know traditionally it's Ace of Cups is that, but actually the Ace of Diamonds in the cartomancy, as well as the Destiny cards, says also love is available here, okay? Because Pentacles always offer something that has long-term growth. And we'll look at Ace of Shells. So here we are, Ace of Cups. We have happiness and abundance, okay? So, and then we have the Nine of Shells, which is the Nine of Cups. It's gratitude and fulfillment, wish fulfillment. You guys, this group, what your higher self is letting you know, they are saying, good job. Also, if you think of aces, this is 111. So you might be seeing 111 or 1111. That may be one of the symbols that is coming to you. So for you guys, you have animals coming to you, as well as numerical symbols, excuse me. Okay, so this is saying whatever you are wanting to manifest, whether it be love, whether it be fitness, whether it be a new job or a new money stream coming in, because you have accessed your high heart, you're going to get all of it. We have the 9 here. And then the last card at the bottom of the deck is the Shaman, okay? Which I think this is divine wisdom and spiritual power. Let me look really quickly. I think, is this the Hierophant in this deck? Or let me make sure I'm telling you the right thing for Major Arcana. So who's the 5? It is the Hierophant. Okay, so Hierophant. So you are moving into a place of steadiness, spiritual power. Some of you may be, and this is the Hawk. Okay, so Hawk medicine. And I know I've been seeing the hawk a lot. We've got one that flies by the house. So this may be so much of a change that you are moving into a spiritual practice for your work. You may be considered a shaman moving forward. I feel like you guys have had an extremely huge awakening in your spirituality, in your heart chakra. So now you're going to bring that to the world. You have wisdom to give to the world, and your higher self is saying, fantastic job. You guys have done an amazing job. So what they're saying right now is the wheel is changing. There are no limits, okay, with these 3 aces. So you are absolutely coming into a place of abundance and blessings. And what your higher self is saying, blessings for work well done. You have already done the work. So now it's time to receive your blessings. And I feel like this kind of sigh of relief that's happening inside myself, because you guys have maybe had a harder path previously. With this Wheel of Fortune starting off your deck, it's like things were not working in your favor for a while, or you were met with obstacles, and now it's changing. And so with this group, you are extremely prosperous, and you're moving into a space of, I mean, truly, this is like, you can create anything you want, and you can have anything you want. So dream your big dream, because you're about to have it. And it's because, and I just said, as soon as I said you're about to have it, the counter said 1111. So here we are again with that. This group, it's like, I don't feel like there is much to say, because all I'm hearing is rewards. Rewards for work well done. You are about to be blessed beyond any measure that you could have imagined. And you've earned it, to be honest with you. Like, you've kind of gone through the harder path in order to do your rites of passage to become the shaman, to have your understanding, to have your divine wisdom, so that you can successfully and stably be in this world but not of the world, okay? And you're accessing through this high heart chakra. Life's about to get really blissful, and I feel like for many of you, from childhood up until recently, things have been tough. You guys have had a tougher journey than most, and they are showing that now is the time to receive all of your blessings, that your fortune is changing. And I'm stoked with this. This is beautiful. You can truly create anything that you'd like. I'm going to get a shaman's dream to close out the reading because I don't feel like that there's much more to say. This is basically receive your blessings is the message. I'm hearing the song, you could have whatever you like. That's funny. Like, truly you can. All right, Shaman's Dream Oracle, one last message from Spirit, from the High Self. All right, this one. It says, straddling worlds, wandering between realms. Absolutely you are. And look how well, it's a completely different deck, but look how well it matches this card. Beautiful. So you are in the world, but not of the world. Okay, so you are truly entering into the dream. You are in that shaman energy. You are in this beautiful energy of love and blessing. And I am really excited for you moving forward. We have a 52 up here, which yields down to a 7. That's the seer of truth. So you see the truth. You are indeed straddling the worlds. So many of you may be astral traveling quite a bit right now, learning new spiritual practices, and you are about to be rewarded for the work that you do, not only in this dimension, but in the others. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. I am so excited for you guys. This is a lovely, lovely reading. It's basically like sit back and receive your rewards, you guys. And it's about damn time, excuse my French, but you all have been through it, okay? So I'm going to leave that there. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. For those of you who would like to enter the drawing, it's free to enter, free to win. Here's how you do it. You be a subscriber, so subscribe, hit that bell button, like and share this video, and then in the description box, in the comment section below, write I am ecstatic bliss, and that lets me know you would like to enter the drawing. I'll do that July 1st on video and announce the winner, and hopefully it is you. So until next time, aloha. Aloha Pile 3, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with a fun pick a card reading for messages for you right now from your higher self. At the beginning of the video, I did do a short segment of what is your higher self, how to connect. So if you were wondering about that and just had skipped through to the timestamps, please feel free to watch that as well. Before we get started, I want to say thank you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for hitting that bell button. I'm so appreciative of that. Thank you for those who have donated and tipped. I have been getting requests for people to send tarot cards, and they wanted my snail mail, I guess you could say. So I have added that. So my P.O. box is in the description box below if you would like to send something via snail mail. And thank you for those who have commented. I do have a contest every month, free to enter, free to win. This is, let's see, for a 30-minute session with me personally. Sorry, I got a little distracted. And I will let you know at the end of the video how to enter that, as some are here for the messages and not for the contest, okay? So, and private readings. If you like private readings, those are open. In the description box below, there's my Etsy link for the video readings. I also do phone call or Zoom sessions and energy clearing sessions. I may make that on Etsy as well, just to be easier for booking. Let me get to that later today. So in the meantime, you can just email me if you'd like a phone reading. Okay, so let's get to it. You guys chose the Naked Heart Tarot. This is an animal deck, but it's got really interesting symbolism. I feel like for you guys with these moths and this beautiful crystal grid here, you have a lot of spiritual opening. So many of you connect to the animal world, but I also feel like you connect to the crystal kingdom. And so your higher self is sending you messages also just from the back side of this. They're sending you messages at night. Moths are drawn to the flame and to the light, but they are nocturnal, okay, primarily. All right, let's get to it. We're going to take a Beyond Lemuria card to see what the energies are for you, pile 3, what you're working on. Okay, we've got 3 different things here. All right. Beautiful. They want, who do you want first? This one. So right now, you are going through evolution, all right, as we all are, but I feel like your spiritual evolution is moving up. We have blue here, which is the throat chakra, and you also got the throat chakra. So I feel like what your higher self is letting you know. And then we got manifestia, which has to do with manifestations, okay, and moving forward into your manifestations. So in order to have your manifestation group 3, you're evolving in your expression. I feel like for many of you, your throat chakra may have needed some work or been kind of closed off. And this could manifest in many ways, right? So when the throat chakra is a little closed off, we may have trouble expressing ourselves. We may get sore throats or issues swallowing or anything of the throat, okay, that would be off balance. I feel like I'm like having a hard time to breathe, okay, in connecting with this energy. So I feel like you're evolving. I also feel like the way that you express yourself is evolving, both through words. Some of you may be using less words, but they pack more of a vibrational punch, okay? And some of you may be learning to express yourself more with words. So if you're on the end of being like a chatty Cathy, you may find yourself being silent more often, but when you talk about something or express yourself, you're evolving to express yourself more clearly and succinctly. Those of you that have been shy and more of the silent type, you're learning to express yourself with words and be more descriptive of about how you feel, okay? And I also feel like you're evolving in your manifestations. For some of you, they just showed me, like, for some of your higher selves that are coming through, they showed me some of you may be witches or warlocks, okay? And you may be doing some spell work, so you're evolving in how you do your manifestations in that way. So really, really beautiful energy there, okay? I'm loving this. I'm loving your evolution. I'm loving that you're about to express your truth. You're learning how to do that. And also what they're saying is being honest about what you want to manifest. I feel like for some of you, you've diminished yourself in some way. Your higher self is holding your desire and is ready for you to have it. But it's like there's been, I'm having a hard time even finding words, okay? So it's like your throat's kind of closed up, and even being able to express to spirit what you want, okay, and what you're intending to manifest. But you have it clearly in your mind what you would like. And so the next step is to release it with words, okay? The words don't matter as much as the vibration does, so you could release it with song as well. Okay, so your communication's evolving. You're evolving in such a way, and so much so for some of you, people are going to be like, whoa, because they showed me this story of, so I've always been on a spiritual path, but when I used to work in the restaurant business for 20 years. I did fine dining for 20 years, and that can be a rough business, and it didn't always bring out the best in me, like so much so, one of the places I worked, they had code names for me because I was just that bitchy, excuse my French, right? And through my training, and once I finally got some understanding of what I was going through and how to navigate my spiritual energies, how to communicate better, I took Neuro-Linguistics programming to learn how to communicate with the subconscious mind, but also to communicate out here in a better way. And in a more effective way, more specifically. I mean, I don't know if it's better or worse, right? I had one of my coworkers from the place where they were really like all the guys. My name was the Red Hurricane, okay? And so I didn't know this until he had contacted me. And I just shared something with him on Facebook, like a technique for something he was asking for. And he messaged me and said, "You sound like a Buddha now. What has changed? I always knew there was light in there, but I didn't know how you would learn to express that." And that was really eye-opening for me, that I really had not been expressing myself. But we do go through evolution and change. And then now my job is expressing spiritual truths, you know. So, and I'm still not always the best communicator. So this isn't saying you're going to be evolved and enlightened and, oh, you're the perfect communicator after this. This is saying you're evolving in your communication, and we are always learning and evolving. So what your higher self is saying is be a little bit easier on yourself. I feel like this group can be a little hard on themselves. Okay. Let's get, all right, they want those. They actually want these over here again. All right, pile 1 had this as well, this pairing. I'm going to get one more card on that. Okay, cool. All right, now back to this. Like, that's a side message. All right, so if you were drawn between pile 1 and pile 3, I think there is messages there for you in both. Okay, so what pile 1 had that you have, we have the 4 of Pentacles with the 7 of Swords. Okay, and they had it paired with, the third card was the Chariot. Your card is the Sun, okay? What this is saying, part of the thing that is transforming and evolving is that you had to separate yourself from people and felt like you had to kind of suppress your energy because you had folks around you who were a little deceptive or sneaky or kind of stealing your energy from you. Now, this would be friends or lovers. I feel like you've made the decision to separate from them, okay? And that's where this evolution is starting to come in. Or that may be your next thing in order to have your manifestation, is to release the people that are stealing from you energetically, physically. Some of you might have had people physically steal from you, okay? Because we've got this hoarding energy here. But in the Light Seers Tarot, which I used for the first group, they had this 4 of Pentacles show someone with the earrings of the rune of separation, and they are kind of holding their cards close to their chest. So I feel like you are separating from that energy, and because of that, now you have the Sun, you have the evolution, all right? And you may look up these different animals. So we have raccoon, squirrel, and scarab beetle. Because those will have more information for you outside of this from your higher self. So your higher self is saying, wonderful job. Anything that you have to let go of now as you're evolving, anything, anyone that you have to let go of, the outcome is the Sun. So it will be replaced with your manifestation. It will be replaced with that which is really good. Spirit's taking you out of a stormy time energetically and physically, okay? We have evolution with the Innocence of Wands. This is the Page of Wands. You have brand new energy coming in. You have creativity coming in. This is gorgeous energy. This is you looking at things with curiosity, with passion. You have a very innocent and young read from your cards. And I love this because it says that you are at the beginning of the receiving of your manifestation. You are learning how to communicate well. And I love this so, so much. Okay. This is saying, even if you feel, your higher self saying, even if you feel silly or feel young, like, remember that we are eternal students. And so no matter what your age is, We can always learn, and we can always become more effective in our communication. We can always be more effective in our manifestation. We can always go for our dreams and our passions, so that you have new passion that's opening up, and it's coming from learning how to express yourself again. And I feel like for some of you, what your higher self's saying is, even, they're showing me that quote, even if your voice shakes, speak your truth, okay? And this may be uncomfortable for you because you've been used to kind of repressing. So you may feel new and out of your area of expertise, because I feel like this group, you are excellent manifestors and so many other arenas. But with this, it's like important to communicate and use your voice. Some of you may even be singers, okay, but haven't really sung in front of anyone, or have been kind of repressing that that ability that you have, okay? Anything from the throat that you can express yourself, you're evolving in. We have the movement of pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. So notice still young energy. This is Virgo energy here, and this is with the throat chakra. So it's saying get moving in that communication, and it's beautiful. The Knight of Pentacles is quick communication, or sorry, Knight of Pentacles is slow communication, but I felt quick with it, okay? But it's deliberate communication. It's deliberately making the changes and expressing your truth, and expressing through value. This is a baby buffalo, okay? Buffaloes are extremely sacred. Okay, so you are moving into your sacred sense of yourself. You're evolving in that, okay? And with this buffalo, it says you are sacred and you are protected. So you will be protected as you speak your truth, okay? Spirit is going to protect you. Spirit's going to help you through this process of learning how to communicate and allow yourself to express who you are and what you want. And then we have Innocence of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles with the Manifestia. Okay. Again, we have this innocent energy. So what they're saying is your manifestation is coming into the material plane. Okay. It's in its baby form. Okay. So as you're working with this, what your higher self is letting you know is that you are manifesting on the material plane. Pentacles is 3D. It's things of value, currency, what you can hold, what you can touch, that which is valuable, the energy that is valuable one to the other. Okay, so you are in the beginning of this dreaming stage, and you're absolutely already going to start to see manifestations in the physical form. Okay, so as soon as you start this process, as soon as you let go of the people that have been kind of stealing your voice, what I'm seeing is like Ariel on The Little Mermaid, and they're like, Ursula steals her voice, and she's successful anyway with her outcome, okay, even though she didn't have her voice for a time. And so this is showing, like, even if your voice was kind of stolen from you, you can express yourself. You can do other things through the throat chakra to evolve yourself, okay? And you're going to get your voice back, okay? And, you know, some of you in the literal sense, if you've had, like, because I'm feeling, like, kind of scratchy in the throat. But mainly this is, you know, energetic, okay? And the bottom of the deck is the 9 of Cups. So you do have wish fulfillment coming in. Really beautiful energy. This does feel like you have been working on this evolution, but you're at the beginning of actually being able to see the physical changes. So what your team is wanting you to know, and your higher self's wanting you to know, is keep going, keep evolving, because you're going to have your manifestations. You're going to have your dreams on Earth, okay? But right now, the focus, that what they want you to focus on, is the throat chakra. So look at ways that you can open up your throat chakra, because that's going to be helpful for you. All right, let's get a closing out of the Shaman's Dream Oracle for pile 3, higher self, this one. Okay, and I want one more. So we have Dream Thief, which is refusal of the call. So I feel like in the past, you've allowed others, like I said, to take your voice, or that little voice in your head that's taking the dream from you, or you've allowed your fears to kind of keep you stuck, okay? But that being said, you have opened up the energy now to evolution and the crossing, which is initiation. Okay, so you're going to go through this threshold and open up your communication. Some of you, it's communication to the other side, because they just showed me like those who have passed on. Okay, but whatever you are manifesting here, you are in an initiation process right now. You're releasing, refusing the call. You guys know what your dream is. You know what your manifestation is. Okay, look at this. We have manifestia. Your manifestation's calling, the same colors in this, but you're allowing the dream thief to take it. And the dream thief's not necessarily outside of you, though it could have been people have lowered your self-esteem, okay? But you're getting back your thoughts. You're evolving past that low-level energy, and you're in your initiation. They said one more card with this, and I will. Okay. Okay. So it says the wall, which is obstacles. Okay, so your higher self is letting you know that yes, there have been obstacles, but what they're saying is the obstacles have come through not telling your truth, not expressing yourself, and not taking right action. So sometimes when we hold things in for too long, it can cause us to lose our dreams. It can cause us to come up against obstacles that wouldn't be there if we listen to our intuition and we speak our truth, okay? So, you know, apply it to your situation however it is, but I feel like there's been people or circumstances that could have been prevented because you knew they were not the right fit for you, but you went against your intuition, okay? And that's okay. There's no judgment here with that, because we're all evolving and we're all learning, so you can't mess it up, and you're in your initiation phase anyway, okay? You're evolving anyway, okay? So really glad for you guys. I love this. Open up that throat. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself have a voice and an opinion. And even if you have to express your opinion strongly, okay, do it, okay? Like, let yourself, and I get it. I am sometimes, I could be very bold in some scenarios, and then others I cannot express the way that I'd like to. So we all have that. So there's no judgment here on Whispering Dragonfly, okay? But it is necessary to evolve past this energy, because you do have your wishes, goals, and dreams. They are coming on in, okay? So it's time to express and start to receive those. So they're at the baby stages. So when things are really young, you nurture it, okay? So I'm going to leave that there. If I could talk, I just got choked up again. Okay, hold on one second. Let me get a water. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing. For those of you who would like to enter the contest, it's free to enter, free to win. Here's how you do it. You be a subscriber if you're not already, so subscribe, hit that bell button, like and share this video, and then in the comment section below, write, I am learning to express my truth. I am learning to express my truth. And that will let me know that you would like to be entered into the drawing. I will do that on July 1st and announce the winner, and hopefully it is you. So until next time, aloha.